The United States has slapped more sanctions on Russia over its role in Syria. The Treasury Department says 4 Russian individuals and 6 entities, including a bank, have been added to Washington's sanctions list. U.S. officials say they were involved in supporting Syrian President Bashar Al-Assad. Moscow has slammed the latest round of sanctions, accusing Washington of playing a geopolitical game in Syria. Deputy Foreign Minister Sergei Ryabkov says Moscow cannot understand the reason for the fresh punitive measures. He added that current relations between the two countries are very complicated. Well, to discuss that further, I joined Mr. Mike Billington, who is with the Asia Desk at the Executive Intelligence Review, and he's joining us live now via Skype from Leesburg. Now, Mr. Billington, the Russian official there saying that Russia isn't sure why these fresh punitive measures have been placed on it. What do you make of it?
Well, Obama's trying to cover his ass. I mean, this is a situation where Lyndon LaRouche, yesterday issued a statement immediately after the takedown of the Russian jet, making clear that this was an act of war and that our contacts within the American intelligence community confirm that there is no way that Erdogan could have carried out that terrorist act of war against a plane which was absolutely no threat to Turkey, whether or not it crossed into Turkish airspace, without full support from Obama. And that this was Obama's responsibility. He did it as an effort to destroy the emerging consensus that even his own foreign minister, Kerry, had worked out with Lavrov at Vienna, which was moving towards a peaceful solution to this situation over time without the demand, as Obama repeats over and over again, that Assad has to go first. That was not the agreement at Vienna. The agreement was for an election after 18 months, with Assad having the chance to run for election. The most important point, of course, is that the takedown of this plane and Obama's having the gall to impose sanctions over selling oil to the Syrian government, the reason that attack took place was that the Russians especially, but even the US, but especially the Russians, have taken out over 1,000 oil tankers who were moving IS-controlled oil into Turkey through that region and selling it in the black market in Turkey, just as Turkey has been all along supporting and sponsoring and providing weapons funneled through Saudi Arabia into the terrorist operations within Syria. So we're on the situation here where we're on the brink of Third World War. People should not play games with this situation. The Russians are being very serious. They're taking it carefully, but Obama is threatening nuclear war, and he has to be removed from office. There is no choice. Not only his crimes of what he did in Libya, what he's been doing in Syria, the drone attacks, but we're now watching an outright act of war against Russia in a situation where Russia has exposed the fact that Obama has effectively been supporting the terrorist operations in Syria, favoring the terrorists over his preference for regime change, as he did in Libya and he's now doing in Syria.
Okay, we'll leave it there at that point. But of course, as always, Mr. Billington, we do appreciate your insight. That was Mr. Mike Billington, who had been speaking to us live from Leesburg.